Hello and happy Saturday. My name is Kenny Conley, and you're joining me on the 90-day volunteer recruiting challenge. I am attempting to recruit 50 volunteers over the course of 90 days, and this is day 13. We're almost 2 weeks into this journey together, and hopefully it's been helpful all week long. We've been talking about volunteer orientations, and today is Saturday, and I'm spending a lot of time today thinking about tomorrow's volunteer orientation. I'm filled with anticipation and excitement. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and I've missed them. So here's some of the things that I'm thinking about today on the eve of our first volunteer orientation. One of them is we've got 6 people signed up to come to the volunteer orientation. So I'm really excited about that. That's a great first number. But you know what? I'd be super excited if I just had 1 or 2. Because it's the first, and so it gives you a lot of attention for that 1 or 2 people. But I've got 6 people. But here's some of the things I'm thinking about. How many people do I actually think are going to show up? I anticipate that at least 1 person, maybe 2 people, are going to show up. It just happens. It's like it's a pretty normal thing that you have to anticipate that there's a certain percentage of no-show or people who call out and say, I'll come another time. So I'm anticipating that. But at the same time, I feel like after having done volunteer orientations for years and years and years, there's always a chance that somebody shows up that you weren't expecting. So it wouldn't surprise me completely. Now, the fact that this is the first one, I wouldn't be surprised if nobody shows up that I wasn't expecting. Could be somebody got confused. They signed up for one a couple weeks from now, or they signed up for one a couple weeks from now, but they show up tomorrow and they got confused on the days. Like that could totally happen. But what oftentimes happens is somebody brings a friend, or they bring their mom or their dad, and so you got an extra person that shows up for the volunteer orientation as well. So I don't know. I got 6 people signed up. It wouldn't surprise me if I have 4 or 5 people there. I could end up having 6 people, but it's a couple of people that I wasn't expecting as well. But that's some of the beauty of the volunteer orientation of there's always this ebb and flow of who comes and who's going to come. That's one of the reasons why I'm sending out tonight between 7 and 8 o'clock, sending out a text reminder to everybody just to remind everyone that they signed up, that it's still happening, because I know these people don't live and breathe this like I do. So they need a reminder. It's part of my communication strategy. But and it's also the importance of having a system, which we're going to talk about more in coming days and weeks, that for those people that don't show up tomorrow, they're going to get communication pretty quickly to let them know that we're sad that we didn't see them, and they're going to get invited to come to the next one, and they'll be sent a form to sign up, or just in the communication, like, hey, would you be interested in coming on the orientation on this date? And I'll just sign them up. So it's just important. This is where people fall through the cracks. This is where volunteer onboarding oftentimes falls apart. And so when you have a frequent and a consistent volunteer orientation where they're happening over and over and over again, you're easily able to re-plug in those people that miss, that forget, that for whatever reason can't come, and you can get them moved in. So the mystery is, we'll see how many people come tomorrow. I'm so excited. I hope you're excited. We'll see how many people come to the volunteer orientation tomorrow. What questions do you have about the volunteer orientation? We've been talking about it all week. Maybe tomorrow after we have our first one, maybe you'll consider what a volunteer orientation might look like at your church. But hit me up with your questions. What do you want to know that you don't already know about the volunteer orientation?